Elon Musk has sold 30,000 bottles of Burnt Hair, a perfume that is supposed to smell like your head is on fire. Musk called it the essence of repugnant desire and the best scent on earth. Musk said late Tuesday on Twitter that the unique limited edition collector's item is now sold out. How did he manage to do that? Let's find out in this video. Make sure to stick with me to the end of the video. Without any further delay, let's get into it. What marketing strategy stunt did Elon Musk pull to sell out his burnt hair perfume? What seemed to start as an internet joke in late September quickly became reality last week when Musk released the perfume and started selling it on the Boring Company's website for $100 a bottle. As part of his sales pitch, the tech mogul changed his Twitter bio to Perfume Salesman and pointed out excitedly that people could pay in Doge if they wanted to. This is as cool as it gets, Musk, who has sold flamethrowers and short shorts with the Tesla name on them, said. He also said, buy burnt hair from a company that digs holes. The man may know what it smells like to have burnt hair, as pictures of him when he worked at PayPal now show how remarkable his hair has come back to complete restoration. Musk even asked his followers to buy his perfume so he could buy Twitter, a company he has agreed to buy again because he seems to have no other choice. On October 12th, he wrote on Twitter, please buy my perfume so I can buy Twitter. Since the deal he's made to buy Twitter is worth $44 billion, he would have to sell a lot of perfume to raise such an amount of money. One of his fans pointed out that he would have to sell at least 440 million bottles of burnt hair to get the $44 billion plus closing costs. Reuters said that banks have already agreed to lend Musk $13 billion for the deal, and he has already gotten $7.1 billion from equity investors. That means Musk still has to pay $22.4 billion. To be clear, nobody knows for sure if burnt hair really smells like burnt hair. On the website of the Boring Company, the product is described as follows. It's like leaning over a candle at dinner, but you don't have to work as hard. As someone who has burnt their hair when trying to straighten it, I can tell you that the smell of burnt hair is not very pleasant. The burnt hair perfume won't be shipped until the first quarter of 2023, according to the Boring Company's website. We'll have to wait a while to find out how Musk's version of burnt hair smells. Next up, let's talk about 5 times Elon Musk proved he's the world's biggest eccentric. Backed by enormous amounts of wealth, the world's super rich have been known to do and buy some outlandish things from time to time. Rich people spend a lot of money on extravagant parties and gifts for their loved ones. For example, Angelina Jolie once bought Brad Pitt a real waterfall and the land around it. Take Elon Musk, for example. The tech billionaire is famous for engaging in certain endeavors many would consider out of place. In addition to being a billionaire, Musk is the founder of Tesla, a company that develops, produces, and sells electric cars. Why is everyone talking about him lately? Because every week he's been earning more and more money. But what many people seem to not pay attention to is that he has done quite a few eccentric things over the years. Stay with me all through to the end as we highlight some of his more bizarre antics. The first eccentric thing on our list is when he bought himself the world's fastest car. Before being named the richest person on the planet, Musk spent more than $800,000 on a McLaren F1 sports car. Only 106 of the supercars were made. The McLaren F1, which has 627 horsepower and 240 miles per hour, is not for the faint of heart. Even so, Musk kept it in pretty good shape for the first year he owned it and drove it every day. In the first year, he drove it around San Francisco and back and forth to Los Angeles, a total of 11,000 miles. Around this time, PayPal, which wasn't yet called that, was looking for investors, and Musk and Robert Thiel were working together. In 2000, Musk was driving Thiel to a meeting in the McLaren F1 when something unexpected happened. The two were driving up Palo Alto's Sand Hill Road when Thiel allegedly turned to Musk and asked what the car could do. Musk said in an interview that his answer might be one of the most famous last words ever. Musk said, "Watch this." Then he floored the accelerator and did a lane change. With more than 600 horses on tap, no traction control, and a car that weighed a ton. This was an accident waiting to happen. The McLaren F1 flipped, hitting an embankment, went up about 3 feet in the air, flipped again, and then slammed back down on the ground. The suspension broke, the windshield shattered, and the front of the car was damaged, but the frame and engine were still fine though. Not too bad, right? Well, in all, Musk recalled that he was laughing as he stepped out of the damaged car. When asked by a shocked Thiel as to why he was laughing at crashing the car, Musk replied, "No, you don't know the funny part. It wasn't insured." It might also interest you to know that he bought 20,000 flamethrowers and then sold them. Even even though the Home Office and US politicians warned him not to. Elon Musk sold 20,000 of his flamethrowers quickly and made $10 million. He tweeted that all of the $500 flamethrowers had been sold and that, quote, all flamethrowers will ship with a free boring fire extinguisher. It's not a big surprise that selling flamethrowers caused some trouble. Musk said that obviously a flamethrower is a really bad idea, and he warned people not to buy one because they want to have fun. He said that the flamethrower couldn't shoot flames more than 10 feet away, so it was a-okay with the US Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. This led some people to think that it was just a fancy blowtorch and not a flamethrower. Musk also proved he is the world's biggest eccentric when he started making plans to build a settlement for people on Mars. Musk's plans for the future might be even stranger than anything he's done so far. A new report sponsored by NASA has put Elon Musk on the defensive about his plans for building a community on Mars. Now, the billionaire tech titan and the leading government space agency are at odds on social media about how possible it is for Mars to be habitable by humans in the near future. In fact, the CEO of Tesla seems to care so much about this project that he plans to give half of his many billions of dollars to it. Musk thinks it might be possible to start sending thousands of people back and forth between Earth and our smaller, redder neighbor in the next 10 years or so. And not too long after that, maybe in 40 or 100 years, Mars could have a colony of 1 million people who can live there on their own. He said at the International Astronautical Congress on Guadalajara, Mexico, that this is not about everyone moving to Mars, but about minimizing existential risk and having a great sense of adventure and minimizing existential risk. This might be the most bizarre of them all. Musk gave his child a name that is hard to say. When Musk's girlfriend, the singer and performer Grimes, and he had their first child together, they didn't choose a boring name. The parents, who did things their own way, chose a name that was memorable but harder to say. The name chosen, A-A12 Musk, went on to be in the news all over the world, not only because it's an unusual name, but also because it doesn't comply with California law. The law states that either numbers nor the ash are permitted as part of a name, so they've switched out the 12 for Roman numerals and presumably used AE in place of the Nordic character. This was far from the first time the baby's name made headlines. When Grimes announced her pregnancy with Elon Musk in a controversial Instagram post, fans and trolls seized the chance to suggest hilarious and bizarre names. When they announced the baby's name, the internet speculated wildly about how to pronounce the name. Thanks to a recent conversation between Musk and Joe Rogan, we have a clearer idea of how to pronounce it. Wrapping it up, let's talk about his promise to give $1 million to the best people who have made carbon capture technology. Soon after it came out that Musk had briefly been the richest person in the world, he said he would give $100 million as a prize for the best carbon capture technology. Musk made it known that it was not a competition of ideas, and added that he wants to build real systems that can have a measurable effect and grow to a gigaton level despite what it takes. That concludes today's video. If you found this video helpful, please do consider giving us a thumbs up and don't forget to share the video with your friends and family. See you next time.